It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at tight end Pat Freiermuth. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Texans and the Chargers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that is a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from SoFi. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even keel. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A pickup there of 13. First down, L.A. Out of the gun, it's Murray. There's Jefferson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You know what they say, Mike, is the best third down play in the NFL? Don't get to third down. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a clinic so far here on their opening drive. 3 plays, 3 first downs, and now the question is, can they take advantage of this fast start and come away with some points?
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Checking it down, this one is caught. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he'll go down back at the 4.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here.
Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
I don't care how long you've been playing or how good of a player you are, Mike. It is inevitable in the NFL that some days it just doesn't go your way, and you're going to have a bad game. The key, though, is can you prevent that one bad performance from turning into 2? And that's certainly the case here today. It's going to take a significantly better performance out of him at the quarterback position if they want to avoid another loss. A big part of that is, can he mentally bounce back from last week, put it behind him, and come out and play to his level of football?
Quick throw here is complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. It is a big-time play for Houston. 32 yards. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back in Southern California in a moment. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have two defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
Back to throw is Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Little's kick is good. And the Texans will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense running back Josh Jacobs heading back on the field. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently second in that category. On play action, Murray. Now he'll run. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Murray. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. First down throw for Murray. This one complete to Oliver. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Putting the tight end in motion. 2nd down, Murray. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Working from the shotgun. It's Murray. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The Texans have it. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going. It moves it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. He'll find his rookie wide out from Texas. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Love. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but they can...
That is intercepted. Picked off by Kaiir Elam. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard.
Working out of the gun, Murray. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw is Murray. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and goal. Murray. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, L.A.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers take a 10-3 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Going up top. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire.
Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half.
With the score, Chargers 10, Texans 3.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. The Texas man, Bijan Robinson, a touchdown run. From there, we take the long plane ride back to Florida to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Dak Prescott strong in the victory as his guys managed to cobble together their 3rd win in an otherwise dismal campaign. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Brandon Ayuk, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. It was a solid first half for the always dangerous Kyler Murray. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in This one taken at the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently second in the NFL in rushing. On first down, it's Love. That's caught. Ray McLeod. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Texans first down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Love to throw. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
First down, Texans.
Now Love. He'll go right back to Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now a give on the ground.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
This is caught at the 2. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19. Off the play fake. Here's Love. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Houston. That his 16th touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. And this has been a nightmare game for him so far. He had the lost fumble earlier and limited success running against this stout defense. Come off the field a couple of times shaking his head. What can you do? Right now the answer is he can't do much. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also a first down. Tight end going in motion here. On first down, Murray. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Jacobs. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
He's got his man. It's Jefferson. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. And he's in. Irv Smith. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Love. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now Love. That'll be caught by McLeod. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Texans will come back to tie things at 17. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield this season, right there amongst the league leaders in rushing late in the campaign. That's quickly out to Jefferson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now a 2nd down throw for Murray. That complete to Jacobs. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Murray now, off the bootleg. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10.
Again, it's Murray.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
That's another Chargers first down.
Running is Jacobs. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 11.
Second down, Murray. This one is pulled in on the feet and downs. Yes! Harris Marshall. Touchdown Chargers. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Chargers will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Love. He'll look deep, left sideline.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
From the gun, on third down, it's Love. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. They'll go for it. Love. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have a Texans first down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5. Open man downfield is Freiermuth. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. It is 2nd down and 5. They'll stick to the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Texans. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. and 17 for the season.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. We've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's first down. Working out of the gun, Murray.
Let's go.
There's that man again. Another catch. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He connects with Mims. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their 2nd as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Jacobs. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So out is Chad Ryland in a big spot here. This to win the game. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one he's got to have. That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL.